Hello guys, and today I'm reviewing my Endeavour 2021, which is in white color, and it's been a month owning this beast, and it's only 3k kilometers done till now. It's been a great experience owning a Ford, especially an Endeavour. That too was my dream car once. So I won't give you much details about like the features and all. Of course you all know it. So it's getting a bi LED headlamps in the facelift version. Now it gets of course it doesn't get the LED fog lamp. It gets a normal halogen fog lights, and here you can see there's a lot of chrome in this variant, which is the Titanium Plus. So if you are not that chrome geek or you don't like chrome, then you can obviously go for an sport variant, or the new variant which they have launched. So coming to the hood now, so let's see, I just pop it up. So it gets a 2-liter EcoBlue engine, which is paired with a 10-speed transmission, and to be honest, this is the first car to get a 10-speed transmission in India. So let's get to the interior straight away, and this is how you get inside an Indy or an big SUV. You just put a step over here, then hold the hand, grab handle, and then oh my god, that third, I especially like this car because of this third. I would love to close the door all day. Like, this proves that how good the build quality of Endeavour is. Like, Ford is made built to last, and this really proves it, because you can just hold this door. You need a lot of workout to actually close and open this door. Literally, it's very heavy. You feel that weight. Now talking about the interiors, so I would say the Titanium, which is the base variant of this car, that doesn't get a leather upholstery over here and all over there, and it just get a silver finish, and that's plastic, and you don't get the speaker over here. You get a tray kind of something here. And talking about the roof, so it's got a full panoramic size sunroof, that too with all the geeks, like the light and everything. You can just open it like this. So it's got sunroof as well as a moonroof over here. So it opens up to this. It's quite adequate to get out of this, but I won't suggest anyone while driving to get out of this, especially children's and all. So this is the 10-speed transmission, which gets with the Triptronic function. You can see the buttons over here. There are plus and minus. So there are parking, reverse, neutral, drive, and sport. Now in sport you get two modes. Like, one is sport, which normally holds the gear. You can see the RPM, it holds the gear. And other is when you give it to sport, and then you just press a plus. Then you can see there's a there you can see a showing gear 2, which is in red. That's what it gives you, full manual control while driving. You can shift anytime. You can shift, and it doesn't shift itself. That is the best thing which I have even felt in this automatic. So so far I felt good with this transmission and all, and it's very smooth. To be honest, from 3.2 the transmission feels like it's very intelligent, and it allows you, it just allows you to do any kind of changes while driving. You can drive it in normal as well. It's so intelligent that even if you feel like rushing the car, like driving aggressive, it behaves very well with the your driving dynamics. And talking about the mirrors, I especially like the clear visibility. Like, the visibility is great with this car. Talking about the big mirrors, you can see the mirrors are quite big. It's huge, and the glass area is wide and airy. It feels especially because of the beige upholstery and all, it feels very premium and very airy to it. You got light dials over here down, and the fog light and all. You got a tailgate switch open, and okay, let me just show you one more thing. So that is the electronic power tailgate. So if you just take the keys out, like if I just switch off this car, let me just switch off this car. Yeah, so now if I go back to the boot, now if I just lock this car, simply we just need to go here and open the boot just by swiping the leg. So this feature is only available on the high segment cars, and I really like this. Very useful while driving. And okay, it gets electronic foldable seats. So this is segment first and doesn't come in any other car in this segment. It gets a 12-volt charging socket. There's a woofer over here, subwoofer, and Of course there are seat belts. You get teeth points. Over here is all tools and toolboxes. Over the down you get a spare wheel, which is of course 17-inch spare tire. So let me just start the car now. Now without wasting your time, let's go to the drive and I'll meet you very soon. So now let's just give it the beans without any doubt. So AC off, traction control off obviously, and let me just put it into sport, then plus. Now I got left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, revving it up to 3000, almost 3000 RPM, and leaving. Oh my god. Oh, it's fast indeed, it's very fast. Now let me just shift into drive. So with the 2-liter engine you won't feel that initial power that 3.2 used to give you back, but you obviously feel that grunt, you obviously feel that power after 60 per hour, and that is amazing. Like, talking about the driving dynamics, it's much more better even after 3.2, because now this car gets a really nice suspension. You know, they have tuned it obviously because of power. After changing the engine, lots of weight and all they have managed, and even after, when talking about the driving, it feels much more planted now. You know, before it was quite a bit bouncy, you know, not that bouncy, but yeah, obviously you would feel that engine noise, and the ride was a bit more, you know, it would feel inside, but now it's really amazing. Let me just tell you one more thing. This car doesn't get active noise cancellation because Ford has removed two, three features. You know, I don't know why, but like cost cutting for these things are not required, I guess. So active noise cancellation, rear heaters, and also they have removed all these things. And I'm continuously at 140. You know, let me just switch on the digital meter. So it's 140 constant, and it's driving like, it's very planted. You know, feel like you can you get that confidence, and you feel like pushing on, and you can just cruise at, or you can just cruise at 140, 150. It's very nice driving this car. That too, oh my god, that was a big pothole, but still it managed to get out of this. Like in 140 I just jumped a pothole without knowing what it was, you know. So I would suggest not to drive this fast, but yeah, if I talk about NVH levels, so after you know 100, you can feel a bit of that wind noise, you know, very little, like it's like negligible. So talking about its handling, so handling is very precise. The car feels much more stable, even exactly give you the feedback of driving this car. Just a U-turn. So you must be asking how to drive in those big cities, and of course it is a bit hectic, but still this car feels the most easiest car to drive in traffic because of its sensor. And the best part is the steering. The steering is so damn light and that responsive that you can drive it in a city with an ease. And with this transmission, which is so smooth, like in 100 it just sleeps, the engine just sleeps. It's less than 2000, between 15,000 RPM, and that too when the car is revved hard, it maximum goes to 2000, 2500, maximum 3000. Like, I'm talking about initial power, so I would say it's just a second slower than the 3.2. Yeah, that's it. So now let me just launch this in drive mode, and you'll get to know how this feels like normally in drive mode. If you are in a rush and you wanna just put the foot down in this car, you can get that experience too. So let me just get into the highway, and now left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. RPM 2000, it's revving up to 2000 3000 RPM, and I'll leave it. Let me show you the gear. So it's jumping from 3, then 3 to 4. Now it's 4, and now it's directly jumping to 5. It's holding the gears, you know, it's almost in the sport mode. So when you put the foot down, it automatically gets to know that you need that power right down, and it just pulls like hell, pulls like a beast. Talking about driving, this feels awesome, really amazing. The power and feedback is really nice. So in drive mode, it's quite good. You know, you don't feel like the engine is slow or sleeping. Okay, let me show you in 100. So now it's in 10th gear, as you can see. It's showing 10th gear, and it's 100. Now let me just put the foot lightly on the accelerator, and now you can obviously, let me just get into 100. Okay, so now literally the engine is sleeping. It's under 2000 RPM, but it's almost into 1500 RPM now, as you can see. Now that's really surprising for a car of this size, and that too running in 100 with a RPM of around 1500. So that's really amazing. Like, it saves a lot of fuel. It's really fuel efficient. And talking about the mileage, so let me get into fuel economics. Now after all those launches and all aggressively, it's showing 7.8 kilometers per liter now. And if I go back, like, let me just reset the mileage now. Okay, so now it's showing nothing. Like, obviously it will not show the exact mileage right at the moment, but still. So now talking about the real life mileage, it shows maximum to 14 kilometers per liter in highway, and in city it shows max up to 8, 9 and all, you know, not more than 10 obviously. So the feel and feedback, like in highway and in off-roading or in city, so it's made to experience, you know, people buy this car to experience what an SUV feels like. And talking about the feel, obviously this car deserves to get a 10 out of 10. And I especially like the way this car makes you feel in the highway. You know, you feel like a king. The height of the car is a really big advantage. Like, it's higher than your Fortuner, and no doubt Fortuner is a good car, but I especially don't like it because of its driving dynamics. And now talking about the body rolls, and I'll just turn this car in speed, and this has got an anti-rolling system. So this is the best thing you can get in an SUV, that to a ladder frame with this size and this weight. And this manages the weight so properly that you don't even feel the car is turning around. It feels much more stable, it feels much more planted. And not only about the driving dynamics and stability, this car has the capability to get into the highway driving high speeds, that too with a 2-liter engine. So people won't expect much, and this is also a single turbo, it's not a twin turbo too. So if Ford would give it a twin turbo, this would be a best thing to buy in the market, because it would obviously eat up the sales of Fortuner. And obviously Gloster isn't that great car, I feel like, because that car is good, but the problem with the Gloster is it isn't that capable of getting into off-road, and it's only made for, I think it's only made for highways. So you feel like really enjoying this car. You just drive it in 100 and cruise it all day long. You won't get tired. You can drive miles and miles. You can drive 1,000 kilometers and you won't get tired of it. And the best part is the music system. So it gets a 10 speaker music system with a subwoofer, and this is very great. So let me just play some.
ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨੀ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨੀ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਡਰਦੀ ਇਸ਼ਾਰੇ ਫਿਰੇ ਕਰਦੀ ਨੀ ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਨੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੇ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਵਰਦੀ ਨੀ ਚਾਨਣੀ ਚਾਨਣੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਹੱਥੀ ਬਾਵਲੇ ਹੋਰ ਪਏ ਨੇ ਤਾਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਸਗਨਾ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ
So I'll put into descent and I'll just let the car go on itself.